Take a look at this clip of Shaq and Kobe. When they played together, they dominated everything. NBA teams have tried many things, from building teams around a single star player to assembling big threes, or even gathering 5-star players. But what has seemed to work best is building a great duo. History has given us plenty of examples where two NBA stars paired up and absolutely dominated, like Shaq and Kobe, Jordan and Pippen, or Kareem and Magic. So today we're gonna cover the 10 most dominant duos and why they worked so well, starting with Steph Curry and Kevin Durant. Because when these two played together, nothing could stop them. When Durant joined Steph and the Warriors in 2017, it immediately resulted in 2 championships. Many would argue that Steph and Klay Thompson are a better duo since they are the original Splash Brothers. But the truth is that the Warriors were most dominant when Curry and Durant shared the floor. In the 2017 playoffs, they averaged absurd numbers. While Steph recorded 28.1 points, 6.2 rebounds and 6.7 assists, KD managed to play even better with 28.5 points and 7.9 rebounds per night. Steph is such a dangerous shooter that you always have to keep your eyes on him, but if you do so, Kevin Durant will just score on you, and vice versa. So in the first 2 years of KD with the Warriors, not even the LeBron James Cavaliers or James Harden Rockets could match them, and no one was stopping them from winning championships. But what if I told you that there was a duo that won 9 MVPs? It's actually true. I'm talking about Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. When Magic joined the Lakers in 1979, Kareem was already an NBA champion and a 5-time MVP, making his 6th in the year Magic joined. So he was already a bit older, but still in his prime. Magic brought fresh energy to the team and the duo was off to a good start, as they immediately made the NBA Finals. In Game 6, Kareem was out because of an injury, but Magic took over, scoring 42 points, 15 rebounds and 7 assists to win the game. This was their first of 5 championships together between 1980 and 1988. The two had great chemistry, as Magic was a 6'9" point guard with great court vision who found no-look passes everywhere, and Kareem was a 7'2" center with a skyhook that was impossible to defend. They were both able to take over the game, but also play together. This is what made them one of the most dominant duos the NBA has ever seen. Now listen closely, because we still have to talk about legendary teammates like Shaq and Kobe, Tim Duncan and Tony Parker, and LeBron James and Dwayne Wade. So stick until the end, but now let's start with Kobe and Shaq. When you think about these two, what comes to your mind first? For me, it's these iconic pictures of a young Kobe rocking the afro talking to the 7'1" Big Diesel. Anyways, when the two paired up, Shaq was already a scoring champion and made the NBA Finals. He joined the Lakers in the 1996-97 season when Kobe was a rookie. As Kobe got better, the duo became more and more effective, with O'Neal taking up so much attention in the post. Since not one single center could guard him, it allowed Bryant to do whatever it was to his liking. So 3 years later, the duo started their triple championship run, winning 3 consecutive rings from 2000 to 2002. If you want to know just how dominant they were, just look at their numbers. In the 2001 playoffs, they combined for 60 points per game on average. Sadly, as you might know, the duo had some beef later on, but no matter what, in their primes, no one could stop them. But now, let's talk about a duo that's playing in the NBA right now. I'm talking about Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray. Of course, they're not all-time greats yet, and it's hard to judge because their careers are still in the making. But anyone who saw the 2023 playoffs knows exactly how dominant of a duo they are. Just look at them working together with perfect synergy.
Toe-to-toe with Jokic right now. What a pass. And Jokic.
This postseason, Jokic recorded 30 points, 13.5 rebounds and 9.5 assists per game, while Murray added 26, 6 and 7. With these numbers, they won their first NBA championship. The good thing, they are still in their prime and most likely we will see more of this. Now our number 6 is none other than LeBron James and Dwayne Wade. LeBron has had many great teammates like Kyrie Irving with the Cavaliers or now Anthony Davis with the Lakers, but when he played with D-Wade, the duo showed the most dominance. When LeBron arrived in Miami in 2011, there were questions about their synergy. Why? Because both of them were ball-dominant players. And yeah, they had a rocky start, but they quickly found a way to synergize together. Originally, the Heat formed a big three with Chris Bosh next to them, but it didn't take long until everyone noticed that LeBron and Wade were the real deal. Finally, they made the NBA Finals in all of their 4 years together, also winning back-to-back championships in 2012 and 13. And if you still don't believe that they were one of the most dominant duos ever, just check out this dunk.
Here he comes, hitting ahead for Wade. There he goes!
Alright, we have reached our top 5, but the most important duos are yet to come. If you enjoyed this video so far, you could help me by liking and subscribing. But now, let's talk about our next legendary pairing, Tim Duncan and Tony Parker. Unlike the other duos, these two were rather quiet. They had no 30+ point averages, no three-peats and no freakish athleticism or legendary trash talking. And still, these two have greater accolades than most teammates could wish for. So what did they have? Consistency. Duncan and Parker made the playoffs in 15 straight seasons. They had 50+ wins every year, had the second most wins all time as a duo, made the NBA Finals 5 times and won 4 championships. The reason their stats didn't excel is because they just played unselfish, beautiful team basketball. So despite them not making many headlines, Tim Duncan and Tony Parker are, in retrospect, one of the most dominant duos the NBA has ever seen. Okay, I have another question for you. Who, in your opinion, was the most dominant Celtics duo ever? In my opinion, it's Larry Bird and Kevin McHale. Originally, they were a big three with Robert Parrish, and he also is an important reason why they won so many championships. But Bird and McHale were clearly the leaders. They played 12 seasons together and were able to win 3 championships in 1981, 84 and 86.
A lead for Bird. They want him to keep scoring too. Bird takes the jumper and hits it again.
Larry Bird was their offensive leader with great shooting skills and won 3 consecutive MVPs in that time. Meanwhile, Kevin McHale did most damage with his impressive footwork in the post, averaging 26 points and 10 rebounds in his best season. Together, these two were the only ones who could stop Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and became an NBA duo that absolutely dominated together. Alright, for our last 3 teammates, let's speed this up a little so you don't fall asleep. Our number 3 is Karl Malone and John Stockton, and one word that describes them perfectly is consistency. The two played together for 18 seasons. That's more than most players play in the NBA. In that time, they made the finals 2 times but lost both series to the Chicago Bulls. This makes them arguably the best duo to never win a championship. The reason they fit together so well is because their skill sets complemented each other. Malone averaged 25 points and 10 rebounds throughout his whole career, while Stockton averaged 10.5 assists and 2.2 steals in all of his years. Their pick and roll together was beautiful, and their consistency made them able to dominate in the league for almost 2 decades. Now, for our last 2 duos, we have real legends, Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen and Bill Russell and Bob Cousy. So let's compare the two. Both duos have won 6 championships together. Jordan and Pippen had 2 three-peats in the 90s, while Russell and Cousy won 5 consecutive championships in the 60s. One point where Jordan and Pippen are leading is stats. Bill Russell averaged over 17 points and 23 rebounds, and Cousy has over 17 points, 4 rebounds and 8 assists. Meanwhile, Pippen also had over 17 points, 6 rebounds and 5 assists, and Jordan a convincing 31.5 points, 6.4 rebounds and 5.6 assists. It's possible to say that Bill Russell was a better defender, or rather rim protector. The only problem is that they didn't record blocks back then. However, Jordan and Pippen were also among the best perimeter defenders in their time. But one thing that is true for both duos is that there was a Batman and a Robin. Jordan and Russell were the Batmans, while Pippen and Cousy were the Robins. One player dominated, but the other one was essential to win championships. Ultimately, these two teammates were duos that absolutely dominated. So now you know about NBA duos that dominated together, but you still don't know how NBA legends played in their first games. So check out this video to get to know more. Just click on the screen, I'll see you there.